hitting the live button now. I just want to make sure all my sounds are good. Speak once. Okay, there we go. I think. Speak once. Yeah. All right, we are live on PRA Network 2. Hello and welcome. My name is Phoenix, and alongside me tonight is Momentum Racing. Say hello, Momentum.
What up, everyone? How we all doing?
Welcome to the PRA broadcast booth for the first time ever.
Yeah, excited about it. Back in
Yep,
the booth once again.
absolutely. I'm going to first make it a little easier on you to see what I'm seeing. I'm going to share my screen to you in Discord. It's going to just be 15 frames, so I'm not using a whole lot of bandwidth because I'm already streaming to YouTube as well. But you should be able to see
Yeah,
what
that's
I'm
fine.
seeing live. That way, you will have two perspectives. And let me pull up.
Oh, put me on spectate, please.
Yes, sir. I need to change to the pace car, so let me do that real quick. And you are on spectate. There we go. All right. So we're getting ready for
A
qualifying. We are at Watkins Glen International Raceway, the full course. And tonight we are ending the season. And here is the point standings going into tonight's race. Skull is the points leader by 1 point over Michael Boobs, 5 points over Raven Striker, who is not here tonight, which is not good. That means he will lose his podium if he's not here, unless he shows up anytime soon. And then Hoodlum's fourth, who is here. Dig Brick is fifth. Raptor sixth. Zone Fire, which is red line on canvas, he's seventh. Suspect eighth. Flashbang ninth. Eraser Chick in 10th. Speeds, who is also not here, is 11th. Momentum's in 12th, and he's in the booth with me, so he's going to drop a little bit. They got some
just a little
people in the
bit.
chat saying hello to you in the PRA stream. You got
A
Cable Guy and Rena Bloom. I think Rena is Raven Striker's girlfriend. Maybe he is coming
Ooh.
if she's watching.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to message him real quick. Oh, you probably don't want to see that on the live stream. um, let's see here. I'm going to message Raven. All
I'm just
right.
reading a couple messages from my Twitch. Hello, Dirty Bike. How you doing, man?
All right, and so I got to you, and then we got JB, who hasn't been here since week one, SGE, Ryan Birdman, Bobby Gamer, who is here tonight, so he will gain some points probably. Um, Texan, Sloppy the Pig, Freenose, and C-Dub. That rounds out the 20. Hilarious if I'm watching and he doesn't join. Yeah. Yeah, that would be kind of, you're rooting for Raven and he ain't even here. Anyway, so with that being said, the points championship is going to be between Skull, Michael, and Raven if he's here, and Hoodlum possibly. But I don't think there's enough people here tonight to make it possible for Hoodlum to gain 13 points on Skull. What are your thoughts?
Yeah.
Who's your favorites for tonight?
Man, Skull has really impressed me, especially in the first two races. Skull is just super fast, and, just watching him race, I definitely haven't been, up front, contending for the win with him, but just watching him and just seeing, like, how effortlessly he can take some corners, unbelievable. So, if you want me, to pick a guy who's going to win this thing, I think it's going to be Skull pretty easily. I think Michael will give him a good fight, but I think Skull will eventually pull out and get the win.
That is a good possibility. If Michael gets a good qualifying effort here, he gains a bonus point, which would tie him up with Skull going into the race. So that would make things really
Ooh.
interesting.
Then it'd be like a winner take all, pretty much.
Yep,
Whoever
whoever.
finishes higher than the first one wins.
Yep, absolutely. And if Raven was here, then we would have a third in the battle there. But I guess he's not coming. I don't know. We're getting ready for qualifying. Um, Booth is ready for qualifying. All right. I just went ahead and let them know. It looks like we're going to have 8 racers with me and you here. There's 10 of us. So we're going to have 8 racers tonight. And it looks like the 2 cars of choice tonight are the Touring Wagon and the Savannah.
Yeah, I mean there was a lot of talk in practice or really in the chat and about all of the practice, and it looked like the Torn Wagon was definitely the car to go. So definitely pretty interesting to see a couple in the Sabana. I guess Raptor is probably used to driving that for the entire season and saving it for Bobby and Hoodlum.
Yep. I would say Hoodlum will be a force to be reckoned with in the Savannah.
Oh, for sure.
I'm getting off the track, so I'm just going to park it here in the wide
Copy.
spot. So the reason I go into photo mode like this instead of spectate is if you go into spectate, you do not get damage shown on the cars while you're streaming. So
Ah, okay.
yeah, so I like to actually be in the race so that you can see the damage, and looks like we're gonna have to use the spherical camera again tonight. And with the Savannah and the Touring Wagon being the 2 cars of choice, neither one of them have game sounds. So this is going to be interesting. We're going to have to make sounds with our mouths.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, looks like everybody's out there qualifying. They've set it up for 5 laps. And it looks like they're a couple of them. It looks like Raptor is not going to wait. He's just going to race alongside Michael here. Which I understand the strategy.
Sure,
You
check
want
all the way in the back.
to. I understand the strategy of wanting to
Hmm.
follow his line.
Yeah, for sure. Because when you want to get behind, a guy who's second fastest, as we see their Raptor a little bit roughing up Salty Steve there a little bit right there for
Yeah.
third. Yet again, this is qualifying. It's definitely important to kind of really learn, what lines the top 2 like fastest drivers are taking, because that can really help you out, and you learn quite a lot just from what their lines are taking.
Yep, and these two, Raptor and Dig Brick, have a rivalry in PRA since they both came into the league. Since Raptor joined the league, I know they came from Poop Sock together, but in PRA,
Hmm.
there's been some rivalry races between these two, and there's one in particular instance that I can remember that was super hilarious. It's back on our live streams from a couple of seasons ago. We were doing the Mazdas, the Mochi, and I think it was no, it wasn't the Mochi. I'm sorry, it was the I can't think of the name of the car. It's a Wreckfest car, not a modded car. Anyway, they were racing down a straight. I can't remember the name of the track either. But I remember that they were going into turn number 1 together, side by side, and Dig Brick absolutely tricked Raptor into overdriving the corner, and he went into that corner super hard and flipped it. And it was the most hilarious thing ever because it was all Dig Brick just playing mind games with Raptor. And so I guess you've raced with these guys a little bit, right? Let's get some of your background.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Raptor is definitely a very good racer. I remember in what was that first race called? It was that first race where like Raptor had like a controller moment or something with like 10 laps to go. I remember that battle, him and I, and it was probably a super fun battle, probably the most entertaining battle, and I believe you and Racer Chick, was kind of paying attention to it as well, and that battle was just so much fun. Like we never really separated from each other, and you know battling with Raptor was just absolutely fun. I mean, Skull and Michael are obviously, very good racers, and I think, props to them. I'd like to think I'm okay, if as far as racing wise, but obviously, like all of these people are very, very good. Salty
Absolutely.
Steve, or as you might know as Dick Brick, is kind of a racer that I kind of look up to because I remember, I think it was in a junkyard event last year. I had won an event in an OP car, and I think someone commented and said like, you know what, momentum could be a future Dick Brick, and I'm like, it could, like I kind of I thought about it for a second. I was like, yeah, so Salty Steve is a fantastic racer.
Yeah, me and Dig Brick go all the way back to the beginning of the PRA PC Wreckfest league. He was one of the first people to join, and he is the only one that still remains from that original group of people. So he and I go way back, and we've had our own rivalries. But yeah, I really appreciate the help that he's given me over the past 3 years being in PRA. He's always gave me a lot of tips. A couple of times when we were working on matching the cars, he did a lot of work on it. I don't have a lot of spare time to do stuff like that, and he did a lot of work on a spreadsheet and stuff for me, and I really appreciate it. And so I always have him in my officiating crew in every series that I do.
Oh yeah, for sure. Brick does has definitely, definitely done a lot for the Wreckfest community and for PRA for sure.
Absolutely, he always jokes that he sent me his door skin. Yeah. For the context of that, just so everybody watching understands, he sent me a race car door. That's what he sent me. So
Well, that's pretty cool.
when he yeah, it came from his race shop or his shop, whatever. Um, but it's Bobby Allison number 11. And so that was pretty cool.
Oh,
But
that is so cool.
yep, and he always jokes around and says he sent me his door skin, which is his way of saying a race car door.
That's awesome.
So right now, with I think one more lap to go in this qualifying session, with 4 of 5, Skull is in on the pole position by almost a second over Michael. Holy cow! He has brought his A
Man,
game to
that
this
is
race.
man, that is very impressive. I thought Michael was gonna, put up a little bit, was gonna have times that were definitely a little bit closer, and to see him, be like 7/10 slower than Skull. That's a little bit shocking, considering Michael and Skull as Hoodlum is now second
Yeah,
from that qualifying position, as it now just got changed. I was kind of hoping the times between Michael and Skull were going to be a little bit closer, but now it's not showing like it's going to be the case.
Michael's got one more lap to put down a hot one. Let's go over to him and see what he's doing here. That's impressive with Hoodlum in the Savannah.
Yeah, there's been talks that's all week, ever since this week started that the Torn Wagon is it's the car, it's the OP car to go for any newcomers. Drive that thing, and Hoodlum is saying, "Hey, give the Sabana some love," or Sabana. How do you say it again? I
I
don't even
guess it would
know.
be the Savannah. I mean, it's play on
Savannah.
Savannah
Yeah.
because the original Mazda RX-7 that it's based off of is called a Savannah with a V, not a B.
Yeah. The times are definitely very definitely are definitely pretty close, especially between Hoodlum and Michael. Only two tenths separate of each other.
Yeah, but Skull, if he maintains this pole position, he's going to extend his lead by 1 point going into this race, and that's not good. That would mean that Michael would have to finish 4 positions ahead of Skull because if he only finishes 2, they tie, and Skull has the better average finish. So
Mm-hmm.
he's going to have to beat. He's going to have to win the race, and Skull finish 4th. And we're going to see.
Yeah, and with only 8 racers and not a very likelihood of
There it is.
getting cautions. I'm not saying it could happen. Ooh, 221.180 for Michael. That's a best lap for him.
Oh, he T-boned Skull. Oh, that
But
was fun.
Michael, I mean, that's still not enough. Still only what
Here
about
comes
five
Hoodlum.
five tenths slower.
Hoodlum's about to cross the line, so let's see what he gets. Does he improve his lap? Yes, he does. Oh, it's only
Wow,
1/10 off.
unbelievable. That
Oh,
could help out
God.
Michael. God, Raptor. Raptor got launched in the air.
Let's see. Is there anybody still going?
Hmm.
I think Bobby doesn't understand that he needs to stop. Maybe. I don't know. It looks like
Bobby's still
everybody
going.
else. Yeah, Bobby's doing the 5 of the 5. Uh, is quality. Yep, they're all DNFing.
Yeah, they're all retiring. Yeah. My Twitch stream is just a little bit laggy, so
Yeah, I can tell your voice is a little laggy too.
unfortunately. Yeah, I'm testing out a little bit of a new mic, just doing a little bit of testing, so I'll try to make some improvements. How's that? Is that better?
Yeah, it's not been noticeable. So
Okay.
I just know that there's like a little bit of a delay time.
Oh, between like the live time and like your stream.
Yeah,
That's strange. I don't know why that happens.
it is what it is. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
I would just try
Yeah.
not to interrupt you when you talk. Oh,
No, 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 it's fine.
qualifying. All right, it looks like Bobby Gamer's still going. Is that still the
Oh, is
case?
he?
He is not retired yet.
Yeah, he is indeed. Yeah.
I tried to spectate him and I can't see him.
He's just doing donuts.
Okay, cool.
Okay, there we go. Now he
Oh
retired.
yeah. So there's our 8 cars for the night. I will be the pace car, so I will have to be in the chat with them during the first part of the event.
Copy that. Should I be taken off of spectate and then go into photo mode
That would probably
for the
be
better
good
view?
for
Or...
your stream if you want. So I will take you off
I
spectate.
mean, my Twitch stream is kind of lagging out, and so I'm not gonna really push it.
Okay. Just a second.
Yeah, all good.
Raven Striker is not coming. He had stomach issues and didn't feel like he could make it.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
So he is forfeiting the bronze.
Interesting. Unfortunate for sure. You know, uh, Raven is kind of another guy, from racing experience that I look up to, quite a lot. And he's like, he's like, I don't even know how he does it. He's just so fast. No matter what car you really put him in,
Yeah.
he's just incredibly fast.
The very second season
So
he ever
definitely very
joined
unfortunate that he's not able to
PRA,
make it.
absolutely. The second season he ever joined PRA, um, he won the Grand Slam championship, which means he won 7 of our championships in one season. So,
Wow.
and there was only
Very
11 to
impressive.
get. So, and I say only, but there were 11 to get, and he got 7 of them.
Very impressive.
All right, so I'm gonna have to move up to the race comms with them. If you want to stay here, or you want to go up there with me so you can hear all of it, or what do you want to do? Because you're doing your own stream, so
Yeah. I'll just join up with you, and then when the race starts, you and I will just go back up in the booth.
okay. So let's jump up to race comms.
Yes, sir.
At that point.
Yeah.
Pace car here, and I'll say that again. Pace car here.
Can we hit the pace car?
Yes,
We can definitely hit the pace car.
yes, you can hit the pace car.
It's actually suggested you do.
I can kill the face.
Oh.
Let's go.
So I got a
Take it
message
back,
from Raven. He is sick tonight, so he's not going to be able to make it. So he'll be forfeiting his 3rd place.
Huge.
Yep. So it looks like we have 8 tonight.
Indeed.
I'll be in the me and Momentum will be in the race comms until green flag, and then we'll move down to broadcast booth. I'm ready when you guys are.
I've got a feeling Hoodlum is gonna win this one.
Hoodlum's doing good in that Savannah. He got a lot of time on that.
I think
Kinda
that's the
scares
first
me,
20-second lap I've got done in it, though.
Yeah, with no practice. So you're just going to improve over the next 25 laps.
We're gonna find out how
Mhm.
fast the Savannah suddenly is.
Yeah, for sure.
Has it even been changed after the update?
I think it was like 210 last race.
Damn.
I don't think it changed that much. Yeah.
And
Yeah,
so
it was 210 last time.
with Skull getting the pole position, now he has a bonus point going into the race, and he's going in 2 points ahead of Michael.
So he has to
I
get.
can finish
I have
third.
to win. He has to get 3rd.
Yep, if he gets 3rd and you win the race, you'll tie, and he's got a better average finish than you do. So in order to beat him, he's got to finish 4th, and you got to win.
I had to get that pole to make sure you don't win by poles.
It's going to be a good one. Good luck, guys.
Yep. Feel free to crash Skull.
Indeed.
Luckily, the turn wagon doesn't throw itself that much.
Yeah, it's not like Road Atlanta where you just hit a
Alright,
curb and off you go.
Your pace car's here, buddy.
Oh boy.
Do I want to be on the inside though?
I don't. Maybe.
I don't know the breaking point with a rolling start. I didn't try that.
Oh.
Someone just got
What do you
slammed
do
right
to
on the
each other?
start.
My
Yep.
brake light's gone.
Take it.
Skull on the right, Hoodlum on the left, Michael on the right, Racer on the left, Salty Steve on the right, Raptor on the left, Flashbang on the right, and Bobby on the left.
Michael.
I was trying to just lights.
Hit the pace car.
Oh, this first gear runs out before 100 kilometers per hour.
Oh, yeah, I'm racing with automatic.
Oh damn.
It
So-
actually does.
Still beat me.
I beat you on automatic, Ree. This
So-
one does sick with automatic.
While we're on this final pace lap of the season, thanks guys for participating this season in the PRA. We will be back soon. I think the next series that I want to do is oval racing again. So I know a lot of you all don't like that, but there are some that do. So just look for the posts pretty soon. I will have all the dates and all that. So
Woot woot!
I think I'll drop off of waking up at 4 a.m. for a bit.
I figured.
Fair enough.
I mean, if we get to
Yeah,
use the
it
late
gets
model
a bit
stock car, you might
better.
want to change your tune. You never know.
Yeah, as long as you let me run my beautiful stock car, I'm good.
No, not that stock car. The late model.
Yeah, it's in Suspects mod.
No, an actual one.
Yeah, it actually drives
Ew.
well.
Stock car drives well. What do you mean?
No.
I did a season of stock cars, and I called them sprint cars because I'm American.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Not really.
Shut up.
They're
Those-
similar,
those
but they're
stock
not.
cars
They
are
look
more
the
like
same.
Figure 8 cars. No, they don't.
Yeah.
They have the big, gigantic wing. That's all.
That's a small
Like-
wing.
That's what you call small. Okay. Well.
Oh, I have a full size 358 sprint car wing at the shop. It standing up is as tall as me, or it's taller than me. So the wing is 6 feet long, just so you know.
I think Hoodlum is gonna run away at the start. This gearing is not good for the start.
Interesting.
In terrace.
What?
Gotta warm the tires up on the pace car.
You can make sure the tires are warm for SDS to come out.
Oh my god.
Hang on, Cross.
I cannot believe
I'm
that.
slowing down.
Slow
I'm
down,
slowing down.
Slow down.
I'm coasting. So we
Come
don't.
on.
We had a funny.
So we don't have a
You
stack
know,
up
that
here.
was a really fun moment, and I'm in the back.
Alright, he's
I'm sorry, Bobby. That was hilarious.
I will call you
Yeah,
guys
he's
to
all
the
caught
green
up,
flag. So clear the chat for just a few moments here. Green flag, green, green.
Tragic.
Alrighty.
All right, I'm going to the booth. Good luck, have fun.
Bye.
All right, here we go. It's green flag racing now at Watkins Glen. And we have a side-by-side battle for the lead with Michael Boobs in third, right behind them.
This is big. Michael can definitely take advantage on it, and here they come approaching into the bus stop. Looks like Hoodlum's got the lead for now. Got the straight line speed working for him.
Hoodlum is showing that the Savannah's got the speed. And Michael's going to try to
what a
go around to
great-
the inside. He's going to
Michael
make
had
a
a
pass.
fantastic bus stop, and now he's on the inside of Skull. Can he complete it? Oh, not quite. Skull's just on the inside. He's going to have the preferred line heading into this corner.
He's going to have the advantage coming out of the corner a little bit, but now Michael's going to have the straightaway. We're going into the right-hander with Michael on the inside. They make a little bit of contact.
Ooh, little bit of rubbing. Can he clear him? Yes, he can.
So Michael is now in second. We got Racer Chick in right behind Skull. I just lost my HUD because I accidentally dropped my controller. I
Now
got
the
all
challenge
excited.
is, now Michael needs to go after Hoodlum, but
He's got
he's
Skull.
got Skull back to the outside.
So as Hoodlum takes off,
Great corner for Michael. Skull back down to the inside with the crossover.
Skull's going to have the advantage going into the left-hander. So now Michael's going to have to try to make something happen going back into the final corner. Michael did lose some momentum going onto the front stretch.
Yeah, was not able to really hug those curbs like he really wanted to. Did not get as low on the track as they head down into turn 1.
I'm going to pull up the chat.
Didn't hug the curb into turn 1 again for Michael. And now he's got a little bit of pressure behind a racer check as there's a car in the back that might have hit the wall. That might have been Bobby Gamer, not quite sure.
Let's go check real quick. Yeah, he's got severe damage. Took 10 damage on normal damage, so that's quite a bit.
Ooh.
Look at how far Hoodlum has gotten ahead of Skull.
Yeah, he had a fantastic restart when the green was first dropped. Michael with another great set of corners on the bus stop. The bus stop is Michael's strength, and I think now what he mainly needs to do, he's got to refine, a couple of these corners. This big left-hander, he was pretty good here on the outside. But definitely, the last corner and definitely turn 1 are the corners that he really needs to improve. But so far, he's right in the middle of it.
I'm going to turn on the spherical camera so I can just kind of see a side view of everything. Because the TV cameras on this track are not very good.
Michael with a good with a great right-hander.
He's
close to the back bumper of Skull here for second.
We're going down the slight hill right-hander. Michael is right back up to Skull. We do have a battle for fourth between Racer Chick and Salty Steve. Digbrick. And I just turned around the camera and it looks like Hoodlum has lost time. Skull is catching him. This is championship implications. And I see Rena Bloom in the chat. Said good luck to everyone.
Michael with a little bit of a rough second to last corner right there. Lost a lot of time to Skull.
I'm gonna put
Great battle for fourth behind him.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch that battle. Let's go over here.
Yep, right with you.
Oh, Digbrick is.
Oh,
he got
great run, but he got a little bit loose off the exit. What a fantastic entry to turn 1 there for Salty Steve. Just was not able to maintain it on exit.
In the meantime, Skull is catching Hoodlum, so we're going to watch this from Hoodlum looking back. You can see the top 5 pretty well, and then you can see Raptor there in 6th and Flashbang in 7th, but Bobby Gamer is way off the pace. No offense, not being mean, just he's way off the pace right now. He's new to this league.
Yeah, definitely very unfortunate. Yeah, I mean, I was new and I was pretty bad, and all it takes is just a lot of practice. Lots and lots of practice.
He's probably faster than me.
Yeah.
But look at that, going into the left.
Great left-hander.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yep. Skull is catching Hoodlum, so Hoodlum's got to watch his mirror, which is going to make him a little slower because he's going to see that Skull's catching him. But if Skull can get up
for Skull.
If Skull can get up to him and they start battling, that'll allow Michael to catch back up.
Yeah, Hoodlum needs all the time in the world right now. What he needs right now is just Hoodlum just to hold him up ever so slightly. Hope they get side by side enough to where he can pounce and maybe take advantage of this.
Yep, and you see there's 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th in the screen, and then 6th is a little bit farther back, and 7th. So everybody's still in the same straight, but this will spread out as the race goes, which is consistently how road racing is. And there it is. Skull's going to try. He's going to be right up on Hoodlum's bumper.
What a great last corner right there. He might try to outbreak Hoodlum here into turn 1.
Let's see it.
We'll see. Let's take a look. Did a little bit of it. Good run.
He's catching him. He has a run on
He's
him.
in the corner
He's going to
panel.
make a little contact. He's not trying to rough him up too much. He's playing smart because he knows that if he battles with Hoodlum, Michael's going to catch up. And all he has to do is beat Michael. Honestly, all he has to do is stay within 3 positions of Michael, and he's got the championship. So he may not be pushing it right now. We still have a long race to go, 20 laps.
And also, Michael lost a lot of time. He is super far back. Now, Racer Chick's kind of, right there with him to take position to third. And honestly, Skull doesn't really need to pass Hoodlum. Like Phoenix said, Skull's in the championship. He's in the championship lead. All he needs to do is just finish ahead of Michael.
And he doesn't even have to finish ahead of him. He can finish 3 positions below him and still win. So,
right.
If Michael could have gotten the pole position, this would have been a much more close championship final. But Skull's just showing that he's got what it takes to be one of the dominant ones here in PRA.
Oh, what a big run there for Skull. Great right-hander. Great right-hander.
I am honestly...
That's his strongest corner yet.
If you look at the best lap, he is 0.3 of a second faster than Hoodlum right now. Hoodlum is maxing out at the 0.7. That's what he got in qualifying. So he's not improved his time from qualifying. But the thing is, he improved his time in qualifying by a whole lot in just 4 laps. And it might benefit Hoodlum to follow Skull a little bit. And he's going to allow him to have the inside line.
Look at this! Man, Hoodlum with a rough set of corners, especially in the last corner, just could not hug the bottom. He's got the straight line speed, so Skull doesn't have the inside yet.
He is not trying to push the issue right now. I mean, we still have 20 laps into the race, so he's got plenty of time to see where Hoodlum's weaknesses are. He has a huge cushion over Michael right now. We're going to watch Michael and Racer Chick right now. They have spread out a little bit between Racer Chick and Big Brick.
Yeah, just a little bit surprising to see Michael just so far back there. I would have thought with how strong he is in the bus stop and how much time he made, especially, in the beginning, it's, I thought he would be right there, with Skull, but it doesn't really seem to be the case. You see, Michael struggling a little bit there on the exit of the bus stop, heading into the carousel. Racer Chick able to make a lot of ground on the entry of the carousel. Oh, it looks like we had a crash in the bus stop. I believe that was 2 cars. I'm not quite sure. Just gonna go back a little bit. That might have been Raptor and Flashbang. So
there's damage on both of them.
Very interesting. Mm-hmm.
I didn't see it happen, so I didn't get
I didn't see it either.
Replay or nothing.
I just saw it on the on my mini map, but definitely very interesting. Flashbang at only 54 health, so there must have been a big crash that had happened. Not sure if that is going to result in a caution, but if it does, it's going to be, it's very interesting.
We will see.
Ooh, Racer Chick right on the back bumper of Michael.
We're going to watch this battle for 3rd position. Michael's championship hopes are going away as the race continues.
There are cautions in this, correct?
Yes. It is up to the official, which is Flashbang. And if he deems that there needs to be a caution... oh, there's a pass for the lead, and I'm missing it. I missed it. I missed the pass for the lead.
Ooh.
So yeah,
Yeah,
cautions.
Hoodlum just. Go ahead.
The cautions are deemed by the official if they're necessary. If there's a crash that slows down the whole field or could cause other cars to be involved or something like that, it's up to the official of the race to call the caution. Normally in PRA we have a tally system, and in the tally system is when two or more cars are involved in a crash. That's one tally, and you get 2 tallies, then a caution. Well, I didn't do that for the endurance series because I figured it, with a bigger field, there was going to be a lot of crashes. So I was like, yeah, let's take out the tally system. Let's make it up to the official of the race to call it if they wish. That way, we scheduled these races to be an hour long. So if there's cautions after cautions after cautions, it's going to be a whole lot longer than an hour. So I elected to go with no tally system for this.
Hoodlum staying with Skull for the lead.
Yeah,
Michael still holding on to third, able to kind of create a little bit of a gap between he and Racer.
I unfortunately missed the pass for the lead, but Hoodlum is doing what I said earlier that he needed to do, was get behind Skull and follow his line and see if he can get a faster time. Obviously, with him driving a different car, it's going to be a little bit different, but it looks like Skull is pulling away every corner.
But Hoodlum's got a great straight line speed, especially on the backstretch. You can just see he just makes up so much ground.
Yep, and Skull just got the fastest lap of the race as we were watching that. I'm going to watch Raptor and Flashbang. They are still back here together. I wish I would have seen what happened. I know Raptor records with Metal, so I'd like to get his perspective of what happened in the bus stop.
Yeah, for sure. I wasn't seeing it. I just saw two little green dots on my mini map. I was like, "Oh, there's some trouble in the bus stop right there."
Hoodlum is catching Skull because of the long straight, so the Savannah has that top end speed, and he's doing better in the bus stop this time. That touring wagon is very strong in the corners.
Yeah, absolutely.
So in this race, nobody chose the other 2 cars, which is the Dragoon and the Razor. Nobody chose those. We didn't get a whole lot of practice time this week to level out the cars, so these 2 were the only ones that really shined. We're going to go through the field real quick and see what's going on. We got Michael in 3rd. We got Racer Chick right behind him in 4th. We have Dig Brick in 5th, who is quite a bit behind them now. Super Raptor in 6th. He can't even see the field anymore. Flashbang in 7th. And we got Bobby Gamer, who I just seen his ping go all the way red and come back. Oh, wow. There's probably why. He is crashed on the track.
Again?
Yeah, look at him. He is destroyed.
Oh, the front end is absolutely killed.
Yep. So I'm going to switch back, go through the field again. We got Skull, then Hoodlum. Hoodlum has lost some time on Skull. Skull has a 20.2 lap time.
Wow. Unbelievable.
Meanwhile, everybody else is 20.5 and higher. And typically,
And the amount of hours that Skull has into Wreckfest is just it's just so, you know, exponentially bigger than probably everyone else's, to where, you know, he's able to make that with ease.
Absolutely. Hoodlum's got to hope that Skull makes a mistake. And he's catching him after the bus stop.
Doing a great job staying with Skull for right now.
He does have the second fastest lap of the race, and he's second in the race. Looks like Michael really does not have any.
Oh, a little bump there from Racer Chick to Michael.
Yeah, I don't think that was intentional.
No, absolutely not.
And Michael, he's struggling right now. He's in the clutches of Racer Chick. He was making some really fast laps there in the beginning of the race when he was able to be right up on Skull, but now he's got nobody to follow.
It just seems like, you know, he's kind of, it's just like, you know, he's kind of like lost his confidence in the car. You know, at first in the beginning, you know, he was definitely right in the thick of it, but now we're approaching near the end of lap 9, heading into lap 10, and, you know, now he's like more than a straightaway behind Hoodlum and Skull.
I was reading Rena Bloom's comment, that is Raven Stryker's girlfriend. She says, this series has been Skulls from race 1, it feels like, haha. Then she says, Europeans represent. Then she says, but also the chaotic person that I am, I want Hoodlum and Michael to finish above Skull. That does make the points battle a little closer if that would happen. But right now, Skull's on point.
Yes, indeed.
He is keeping Hoodlum behind him, leading laps. If he gets too far ahead of Hoodlum, Hoodlum won't be able to follow him anymore, and it'll be off to the races, literally.
Mm-hmm.
Thankfully, luckily,
Michael really needs a caution.
Yeah, he does, and that's with only 8 cars on the track, with one of them destroyed. Bobby Gamer here. With only 8 cars on the track, cautions are far less likely.
Mm-hmm.
Not impossible. I mean, if they catch up to Bobby and put him a lap down or whatever, and he crashes in front of them, we might have to throw a caution for that.
Same for Skull and Hoodlum if they crash in front of Michael and Racer.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Racer to the outside of Michael.
Oh, they are locked, and she's gonna let it off. She's gonna have the advantage. She's gonna cross over. She's gonna be on the inside, going into the right-hander up here.
Wow.
Michael Boobs is going to go down to 4th position after this corner right here, unless Racer takes it easy on him. And it looks like instead of leaning on him,
a little bit.
Yeah, she lifted. She didn't lean on him. She's a clean racer. I mean, it's not against the rules to lean on each other, but I don't expect her to do that.
Got another decent run here.
My cat hears me talking, and she's yelling in here. It might pick up on my mic. I got her in another room, so she won't be right on me yowling right into my mic. Well, looks like Michael pulled away a little bit from Racer, so I'm going to go back to Hoodlum and Skull, see where they're at. They're about the same as they were. Hoodlum always gets the advantage going up the hill here, going towards the bus stop. Oh my God, look at their times. Hoodlum has the fastest lap of the race. Holy cow, I didn't even notice.
Wow. And a high 219. Are you kidding me? Unbelievable. How in the world is that even possible? I don't think even I couldn't even do that. Oh, what a great bus stop there from Hoodlum. Look at this.
Hoodlum's going to go back to the lead.
Man, Skull had a really poor bus stop there, but once again, Skull doesn't need to take the lead. He doesn't need a challenge for it. He's gonna tuck right in behind Hoodlum, and try to make another attempt at it.
He's a very smart racer. He knows that if he battles side by side with Hoodlum too long, it'll allow Michael to catch back up. Right now, Michael and Racer Chick are one hole straight behind them. So
Skull to the inside of Hoodlum.
here we go, and Skull's gonna put it back in behind Hoodlum before going into the corner. He's not gonna challenge. He's like, nope, that'll slow us both down. No need to do that. Hoodlum has the fastest lap of this race now.
We talked to him before the race started, and he had no practice, zero practice at all in this track, in this car. Unbelievable what he's been doing so far. The fastest lap, crazy, speechless.
In the chat, Ham says, shout out to my husband, Hoodlum. All right, so now let's see what lap times they get here. They battled a lot this lap, so they'll probably have a little bit slower lap times, as to be expected, of almost 2 seconds
slower.
Yeah, on Skulls it was almost 2 seconds slower than the last lap, but that's still faster than what Michael has done. Michael still hasn't had a faster lap since about lap 3. The battle on the track right now is Skull and Hoodlum. I'm going to go back through the field and see what everybody else is doing. They're kind of like on their own
I'll stay on the
islands.
battle between Hoodlum and Skull.
That's fine. It looks like everybody's just kind of making laps. That's what happens when you only have 8 cars in the field. So yeah, the battle right now on the track is for first and second.
Hoodlum able to pull away a little bit.
Yep, that's a surprise after the first little bit. Hoodlum just found another gear. Hoodlum did win the Grand Slam Championship last season in PRA. So, as I was speaking earlier about Raven Striker winning the first ever Grand Slam Championship, which was 7 championships in one season, because for a while we did a lot. We raced a lot. There was one season we raced 4 days a week. But it burnt everybody out, so we had to calm it down. And so the Grand Slam Championship thing, it probably won't happen anymore. So the only 2 Grand Slam champions who won 7 championships or more in one season, that was Raven Striker was the first one, and Hoodlum was the second. And like I said at the beginning of the broadcast, to everybody in the race, we'll probably be doing oval racing next time you see us live. So we'll be doing oval racing on Wreckfest. We'll be deciding what tracks, what cars we're going to use. I may do non-modded cars this time, potentially. We'll see. But my plan is to make them endurance oval races. So, in Wreckfest, the maximum amount of laps you can have in one race is 60. Well, if I segment out the races like NASCAR does, we can have like a 20-lap segment, a 40-lap segment, and then a 60-lap segment to finish the entire race and make it an actual endurance stock car race. And each segment will have points, stage points, basically.
Ooh.
But we're not doing playoffs. No playoffs. I don't do playoffs in racing.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense.
So it looks like Hoodlum is pulling away on the stretch going up to the bus stop. But, he gets a little bit of the curb. And we're going to have a pass for the lead. Maybe not. They're off the track. Skull still makes the
Hoodlum
pass.
kind of pushed Skull a little bit wide, and Hoodlum kind of backed out of it. Kind of had to give that spot up a little bit. Definitely a close one indeed, but definitely not intentional there by Hoodlum. Not at all.
No, he just
kind of slamming Skull.
Yeah, Hoodlum hit the curbing in the bus stop, and it sent the back end of his car flying up in the air. And really, he was like, well, I have no control over my car right now. And so he had no choice but to kind of get into Skull a little bit there, trying to get the car back under control. So, no, it wasn't really Hoodlum's fault. He just hit the curb.
Now,
The
easily
curbs
a
do
racing
crazy
incident.
things. Yeah, it was a racing incident for sure. And nobody crashed. So that just showed the skill between these two drivers.
It definitely could have been close with how wide Skull was and how close he was to that wall. I mean, that definitely could have been a crash.
So let's go through the field again. Here we got Michael in third, Racer Chick in fourth, Salty Steve in fifth, Raptor in sixth. Every time I switch to Raptor, it does a little panorama view of him for some reason. And then Flashbang is still still right up on Raptor a little bit. So Raptor's struggling. Raptor actually has a slower lap time than Flashbang here. So before the end of this race, we might see these two get in a battle again. And then we
Indeed.
have Bobby Gamer in eighth. So let's go back to the lead here, and we'll watch these two give us a show. And if you don't mind, whenever you can, just kind of give me a glimpse of what's happening with third and fourth, so I know to switch to them if I need to.
Gotcha.
Right now, we're going.
Looks like Hoodlum was kind of able to stay with Skull for now, but now he's going to really make up a lot of ground here on the straightaway.
Riding on board with Hoodlum right now, going into the bus stop. This is where he struggled the last lap and almost had disaster for both our top two cars. Man, if they would have taken each other out, that would have been Michael. That would have been Michael's godsend.
Absolutely.
It's a shame these cars.
Michael had a little bit of a rough exit of the bus stop. Racer Chick able to kind of close in a little bit. Sorry for interrupting there.
No, you're good. It's a little bit of a shame that these cars don't have external sounds, so they're just literally nothing. No tire noise, no engine noise, or anything. We're going to ride on board with Skull. We're going to look back at Hoodlum.
He's done a great job. He's made up a lot of ground. I think Hoodlum is probably the car to beat. He's able to really keep up with Skull, and he's just got so much more straight line speed than Skull on the straightaways.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the talk of the town here is that, the Torn Wagon, the car that Skull is in right now, it was going to be the best car. Boy, Hoodlum, with no practice, a little bit of qualifying, he has been able to prove all of those people wrong and say, nah,
Absolutely.
Savannah is the car to go.
And we're coming up to lap 15 of 25, so we'll have next time by will be 10 laps to go. Right now is 11 laps to go. Going into turn one. The rules are that you cannot come off of the rumble strip, so that is turn number one rules. I know in NASCAR they allow the cars to go all the way to the guardrail if they want to, but that's not the rule here.
That this year.
Did they? I haven't really paid attention.
Mm-hmm.
Ever since the NASCAR has illegitimate champions, I don't really watch much anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
I will always say that as long as they do playoffs.
I mean, I don't mind the playoff format. I just don't really like the win in your end.
Yeah,
that's the thing that I'm not.
Yeah,
the biggest fan of.
I'm in agreement with that because the win you're in is ridiculous. Plus, having the championship be all about one race at the very last race, you could literally win 35 races and then finish second in the final race and lose a championship. I just don't.
Yeah,
I don't agree
absolutely.
with that. I know that's how stick and ball sports works, but that's when you're 1v1. 1v1 makes sense. You can't really judge a third team when there's only 2 teams in each game. So you can't really do that. But when you're in NASCAR,
V1 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 V1
yeah,
V1 V1
exactly. And it's really not even that, because we see for the last few years in NASCAR, we see the manufacturers racing for each other and blocking for each other
Yeah,
and all that stuff. So the ones that have more cars on the track obviously have more advantages. So it's just a ridiculous system. Like, if they're gonna do it, make it a 3-race championship. Like, the top 4 have to go 3 races, like they do the other. But anyway, I don't like that system at all. I'd rather just be a point system like we've traditionally done it for 100 years, and it worked, and nobody complained about who got championships. Yeah, until people lost their attention span. That's really when things started going downhill. People stopped being able to watch.
A rough turn 1.
Absolutely, but it looked like Skull got a little loose coming off the turn 2, so he didn't lose anything.
Yeah.
But these are points battles like tonight. That's what I live for. They came in tonight, 1 point separating them. Anything could go. Anything could happen. That's literally the thing NASCAR is looking for. Just make it 1 point per position and leave it alone. Stop the playoffs. Stop the
Hoodlum
schemes.
with the run.
Hoodlum is probably nervous about the bus stop now after that incident a few laps ago.
You see how much time he loses to Skull in the bus stop.
Yes, but he's gaining on him going into the right-hander.
Mm-hmm.
When we pass the NASCAR portion of the track.
I mean, if Hoodlum can kind of get back in that, comfortable mindset in the bus stop, I think he's got a real shot at the lead. As I just saw on the mini map, Bobby is actually not too far ahead of Skull and Hoodlum. So I'm not saying we could see Bobby. The leaders could see Bobby. At the end of the race, but lap traffic, could definitely play a factor between the top 2.
Absolutely, and we've had some drama in the past in PRA with lap traffic causing someone to lose the lead and lose the win, and yeah, we've had to deal with that before. So we'll watch it. We'll keep a close eye on it. And Hoodlum is gaining on Skull going into the left-hander going to the back stretch here.
Great entry there for Hoodlum.
To the final 2 corners of the track. That's probably my favorite section of this track, is those final 2 corners. I love those sweeping turns. Oh, Hoodlum gets into the wall a little bit.
Ooh, a little bit, yeah. Went a little bit too wide. Didn't seem like he lost that much time, though.
Nope, and the best laps have not changed, so these two, they've slowed down a little bit on their pace. If Hoodlum
Michael still has a comfortable lead of Racer.
If Hoodlum could get a win here, he would be the 3rd different winner of the series of 4 races. But if Skull wins, he's going to have 3 wins on the season.
Wow, that's very impressive. Raptor has a pretty good gap of flashbang. So it looks like the main focus will all be on Skull versus Hoodlum.
Yeah, we're still here for the 1st and 2nd place battle. And at this point, unless they take each other out, Michael Boobs is out of the points championship. But anything could happen for the next 8 laps. Hoodlum seems to lose some time on Skull in this section of the track.
Mm-hmm.
Skull pulls away just a little bit. Hoodlum's going to wish that there was a bonus point for the best lap.
Yeah, for sure.
Unless Skull can steal it back away from him before the end of this race. These are the fastest lap times we've seen all week. Nobody has gotten into the 19s until now.
Yeah, a high 219.9. That is just unbelievable. The amount of like calculation that you put into each corner, making sure you're shifting up and down correctly. Unbelievable.
Oh, Skull's into the wall a little bit coming out of the final turn.
Ooh. A little bit wide.
He just bumped it a little bit. That's all. And Hoodlum's lap time was .023 slower than his best.
And the gap is just slowly starting to increase, just a little by little.
Yeah, but
I know Hoodlum can make up a lot of time on the straightaway, but
yeah, through the carousel here, Hoodlum always catches back up going into the bus stop. It's after the bus stop that Skull pulls away again. So if Hoodlum can find some speed in the latter part of this track, he might be able to catch back up and pass Skull. I think he's really nervous about that rumble strip, and he catches him a lot in that bus stop.
Great bus stop! What an amazing set of corners for bus stop for Hoodlum. Skull, I think he kind of went a little bit wide there when entering and just could not recover. And now Hoodlum is right on the back bumper of Skull for the lead.
This race is getting interesting between these two. I mean, they have been nose to tail. It's a shame that Raven's not here to add to some of the flavor here between Michael, Hoodlum, and Skull.
Absolutely.
So,
I would have loved to see Raven in here and how the race might have, played out.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
if it would have played out differently.
it probably would have. I mean, Michael might even be down to fourth at this point if Raven was here. Because Raven usually places third. That's his typical finishing position in Wreckfest and in iRacing. Hoodlum has caught up to Skull a whole lot this lap. So last lap we saw a huge gap between them, but now they're right up on each other again.
Yeah, I think he's kind of regained his confidence in the bus stop. Ever since his mistake, it's been a little bit shaky, but that last lap 18, he had a fantastic bus stop, and I think he's ready. I think he's going to take the lead here on lap 19 right here.
Oh my gosh, the best lap difference was 1/100th of a second.
1/100th, unbelievable. Yeah, that shows that Hoodlum has really gained that confidence ever since that mistake.
Yep. And I don't really think it was a mistake. It's just Wreckfest being Wreckfest, and when you go over rumble strips, sometimes it just wants to cause you to wreck. I mean, that's in the name of the game, right? And if there were drafting physics right now, Hoodlum would be taking the lead. He's going to do it anyway. He's taking the inside going into the bus stop. He makes the pass clean before the bus stop.
Wow. That just shows you how much straight line speed that he has against Hoodlum and how that's such a big advantage for Hoodlum. Hoodlum to the lead.
We actually got that pass for the lead on the live stream. That's like the first all season long. Because I've missed every pass for the lead all season long. If I keep it locked to them, they got to pass each other eventually, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so now Skull is on the chase over Hoodlum. And we have people in the chat. We got Ham.
Skull with a good run.
We got Ham and Rena in the chat. Ham says, yay, Hood. Then Rena Bloom says, right, whenever we were talking about Raven and where he would have been in this race. She said, right, oh well, we'll never know. And then I think Ham got very excited when Hoodlum took the lead because all they put in the chat was E. Now Skull's on the chase on Hoodlum.
God, I can't. You just spam the letter E.
Yeah. E. Exclamation point. Exclamation point.
6 laps to go.
Yes, sir. And now Skull is coming to the inside.
Ulam had a rough turn 1.
It's like whoever's in the lead, it makes a mistake and gets passed.
Oh, it's so close, right on the back bumper.
We're going to turn this to the spherical camera and see how close this battle really is. At least these two are making... Oh, no! There's a crash!
Oh, no! Holy moly, what happened?
I got it on the stream. Skull hit the barrier
Did you?
on the bus stop. Now he's going to be in the clutches of Michael.
Did he clip it?
Yeah,
Did he clip it entering the bus stop a little bit?
Yes, he did. He clipped it a little bit. I got it on the stream. Unfortunately, I don't want to miss what's going on live here. But, yeah, he clipped the barrier just a little bit. And, well, I was going to say a couple laps ago, I was going to say that they were flirting with that barrier. But, well, they flirted a little bit too much, and Skull now has a lot of time to make up. I put in the chat.
I don't think it'll be enough, though, coming back with 5 to go.
Raven in the
Not
chat
sure if that's going to result in a caution.
says, surprised at that speed he took no damage.
Yeah.
Now he's going to be, he's got I mean, really all that happened was it took his bumper halfway off. That's it. And so now he's got Michael and Racer behind him.
And luckily for Skull, he's created such a huge gap that, he really could have afforded that. But if he makes another mistake again, Michael and Racer are going to easily pass him, and that could result in a late race restart, provided we get one of those before we get to the caution cutoff, which is, I believe, lap 23. Is that correct?
Yes, caution cutoff will be at lap 23. That's with 3 laps to go. That allows us to have a green-white checker if there's a caution. Rena says, wait, could my prediction come true? If Skull makes another mistake, Michael would pass him at this point. So now that there's a gap between first and second, the closest battle on the track is between Michael and Racer, and they're not really close. So actually, I'm a liar. Flashbang and Raptor are pretty close to each other. And as I say that, Raptor gets right up on Flashbang. This is a battle for 6th place going into turn number 1. These two men have not given up. And Raptor makes the pass back on Flashbang.
Corner. Fantastic corner there for Raptor.
I know that these two have passed each other a few times during this race. And they've wrecked each other a couple times, I think. So let's go and watch our leader for a minute, give him his proper time. He is smooth sailing, 5 laps to go. Just don't make a mistake, and he's got this, basically. So behind him...
From here on out, it's going to be cruise control.
Yep, behind him it's Skull, who better not make another mistake, because Michael is just a straightaway behind him. Then behind Michael is Racer. Racer, if Michael makes enough of a bobble here, Racer could catch right back up to him. So she's not too far behind him. And it is a race for the podium. And we got Salty Steve, who is quite a bit back from Racer. And you got Raptor and Flashbang. And then Bobby Gamer, who is he? Oh, he might be a factor, dude. He is only a straightaway ahead of Hoodlum, unless he just pulls off the track.
Mm-hmm.
So
And
we'll keep an
Hoodlum's
eye on
one
that.
lap away from the caution cutoff too, which is definitely going to be very interesting.
Yep. Caution cutoff would mean that Hood just has to coast it to the finish. And that's why this is an endurance race. You got to endure to the end.
Keep an eye on Skull here a little bit. Oh, Skull.
He's
What's
warming
happened?
up his tires.
He's wobbling.
I think he's allowing Michael to catch him, just to make the race interesting. That may be what's happening here.
Well, he does have a 2-point lead, so I mean he can afford to lose this position.
He can literally tie it with Michael and still win the championship because he's got a better average and more poles.
And more wins.
Yep, he's got 2 wins, so that would be the first tiebreaker. Yep, that would be the first tiebreaker. He is literally just weaving back and forth, allowing Michael to catch him. I guess he's given up his race with Hoodlum, and he's going to try to be back here in the clutches of Michael. I wonder if Hoodlum is taking it a little more easy now, or if he's still trying to get a faster lap time. I think right
we'll have
now...
to see here at the end of this lap.
Yeah, Skull is allowing Michael to catch him. He's just trying to make this interesting going into the final few laps of this race.
Yeah, I think ever since Skull hit that barrier, I think it was. I just don't think he was going to have enough time to really catch back up to Hoodlum because once again, the first laps they are just so dead even. 8/100ths is the main difference between Hoodlum and Skull.
And Hoodlum showing the Savannah.
And Hoodlum crosses the start-finish line, lap 23, which is the caution cutoff.
Thank you. It's all good. Yeah, it's all good. And if you look from Hoodlum's front view here, he can see Bobby. This could end up being a factor.
Yeah, it could be.
I got candy in my mouth. Sorry. My wife came in here and shoved candy in my mouth.
It's okay. Uh-oh. Oh, Bobby Gamer, almost. That could have been tragic. Luckily for Hoodlum, he's got such a big lead that it didn't really, as we now... Oh, in the bus stop, Michael passed Skull for second.
I missed that.
I did too.
I was focused on Hoodlum passing Bobby Gamer there. And honestly, that was close. So, yeah, Skull was weaving back and forth, allowing Michael to catch him. So I think he's just trying to make it a 1-point battle or something. I don't know what he's doing. Because literally, he just gave up second place. If he's not careful, Racer will pass him and get a podium off of this.
Yeah.
And Michael is still struggling to hit the apex.
Still struggling. Yeah. It just has not been Michael's... This hasn't been Michael's day.
No.
Hasn't been his night.
Unfortunately.
Ever since qualifying started, he's just been so off on time.
Oh, Skull just hit the wall. He's going to get passed by Racer if he's not careful.
Yeah. And they ended up into a tie, right?
No, he would have to finish 5th for it to be an absolute tie. I think. I might be wrong.
No, okay.
I might be wrong. Because right now...
Well, Skull should be careful.
Yeah, right now, there's They came in with a 2-point gap. Now there's a 1-point gap. The next position will be a no-point gap. So yeah, in 5th place, Michael would win if Skull finishes 5th. But that would require Dick Brick to make the pass.
And Dick Brick is very far behind.
Yep. I'm going to look at, well, it looks like Skull's going to catch Michael here. He's got the straightaway speed. Arena in the chat, so, well, let's make it more chaotic. Let's go Racer Chick for bronze, LOL. And then Raven says, Rena manifesting the future. So we're going up to the white flag here soon. As soon as Hoodlum gets back to the start-finish line, this race is almost over.
Hey, didn't Rena have Hoodlum? Didn't Rena have Hoodlum and Michael finish ahead of Skull at the beginning before the race started?
Yes, that is exactly right. But Skull is
not sure if Michael and go ahead.
I was just gonna say Skull is hitting the apex better, so I think he's just gonna wait till the final lap here and try to make a push on Michael again.
Do keep in fact that there is Bobby that is just a little bit about a straightaway ahead of him. I'm not sure if Michael and Skull will catch up to him in time, but if they do, I mean, this battle for second could be very interesting.
Yeah, and it's kind of manufactured since Skull waited for Michael to catch him. This is not legit.
1 lap to go for Hoodlum.
White flag, 1 lap to go. We're gonna stay glued to this race for second place.
Oh, big run. Big run for Skull.
Going into turn number 1 on the final lap on the inside of Michael with Racer Chick right back there behind them. Is Michael going to try a crossover? No, he's not. He's just going to let him go.
Ooh. Hopping the curbs a little bit, losing a little bit of time.
So our top 3 here, we have a Canadian, we have a Belgian, and we have an Australian. 1, 2, 3. So we got international racing going on here, and then 4th place is an American Racer Chick.
Skull's doing it again.
Yeah.
He's doing the burnout.
Rena in the chat says, Michael's ruining my predictions here. And there's Bobby. We can see Bobby in front of them. This could be a factor in a couple of turns.
Mm-hmm.
We saw how close he got to Hoodlum when Hoodlum was passing him.
I'm just not sure if they're gonna catch up to him in time. Skull still kind of doing a little bit of a wishy-washy.
Yeah,
on the straightaway.
He's definitely trying to let Michael catch him again to make it interesting on the final few corners. I wonder if he's watching the live, because it seems like he's reacting to what we say.
I know he must be watching. There's no way.
Final few corners of the race. I want to give Hoodlum his due as he crosses the start-finish line to win this race. Congratulations.
First win of the season for Hoodlum.
Congratulations, Hoodlum, on the win. And as Michael and Skull come to the start-finish line, we will say congratulations to Skull Yale as the first PRA PC Wreckfest Endurance Series champion.
Oh, and Michael crashes Skull after the race is over.
And
like Salty Steve is going to come home 5th.
Yep, Racer in 4th. Dick Brick 5th. Oh, wait, he's going to go down the pit road. He's going to hit the pace car.
Wait, what?
He's going to hit the pace car. Oh, my God. Somebody went by there really fast. Oh, wow.
Hey, we joked about it before the race start. You gotta hit the pace car. You have permission to it, and Brick did not hesitate one bit.
Skull in the chat just said I did turn on the sound at the end. My cat's name is Gracie. And I'm going to pull our champion down here first and talk to him. Hello, Skull. How's it going?
It's going great. It was a nice race.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes, congratulations on your first PRA championship and your first ever season with us. How's it feel, man?
Great. It was a hard battle the whole season. The first race was a little boring after I got away from the fight, but all the other races were constant fighting, and this race was fun. Racing with Hoodlum most of the time. He was very quick for not practicing.
Yeah, for
kinda
real.
Because I was.
Yeah, how much fun was that? Just battling with him.
It was. I felt scared. I was like, I said a good lap. I said a 119, and then half a second later, I just see the color disappear, and he's just setting a faster lap. I was like, I'm setting good laps, and I just couldn't get rid of him. And then I made a mistake in the end. Me and Odlum both made a few mistakes in the chicane, hitting it wrong. Very painful. Yeah, I was too focused on Hoodlum and hit the wall.
Yeah, I caught that on the live stream when you hit the end of the barrier there going into the bus stop.
Yeah. Luckily, I had enough space to get started again without blocking anyone.
One question for you. What was that, side by side, like, I don't know, warming up the tires near the end there? What was that about? I'm not really complaining or anything. I'm just curious. It was like,
Yeah, I was a bit far away from Hoodlum. I think it was like 8 seconds away after the crash, and it was only 5 laps left. So I was like, I'd rather go back a little bit and hang out with Michael than just drive a lonely race till the end. So I wasn't just gonna brake, so I just started weaving a bit till he caught up, and then I pulled away again and started weaving again.
Yeah, he was definitely struggling in tonight's race to keep pace with you.
Yeah, didn't expect it.
We didn't either. We were very
Yeah,
surprised.
Yeah. Also,
this was not his night.
yeah, I was hoping for racing Raven as well, since he's also really quick. But yeah, sadly that he got sick.
Yep, he was sick. He wasn't able to make it, but he did watch. He did make a few comments in the live stream, so he was watching the good battle between you and Hoodlum. Before we move on, do you want to make any shout-outs?
I want to shout out all the racers that attended most of the races, because always nice battles. Everyone kept it clean. We didn't have any cautions. Kept the racing close, except for Road America. But yeah, the races were close. It was fun playing with everyone. So shout out to all the drivers.
Yeah, we appreciate you coming and appreciate you doing the work on matching cars up for us and stuff. And hopefully we'll see you next time when we do more road course racing.
Yep, I'll definitely try to be here.
Appreciate it, man. Thanks for coming.
Thank you for hosting.
Great job.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.
I'm going to pull
I think we
Michael
ought to
in
get
here.
Hoodlum next.
Yeah, Hoodlum,
okay.
Hoodlum. What's up, Hoodlum?
Hello.
Congrats on the first win of the season.
I think that's
How's
even
it
the first
feel?
time I'm in the top 3 that season.
Absolutely, I think so. Let me look here. Yeah, you don't have any podiums up until now, so your average finish was 5.3 going into the night. Man, you really burned down the house in the odd car. Tell us how you did it, man.
Well, I just had enough in the one straightaway. I knew I could get past him, and it worked out. Then I just had to hold on, and fortunately he cracked.
Yeah, he clipped the barrier going into the bus stop, and I actually caught it on live stream. I
Oh,
actually was able to see it live, so Wreckfest doesn't have a replay system, so it was actually nice to catch that, so that I
Yeah.
could play it back. But yeah, you guys went back and forth quite a few times there.
Oh yeah, all it took was a minor error, then we would swap. So it was pretty good racing. It was pretty good racing. I thought we were going to be back and forth
Yeah,
right to the end.
Describe that moment that you had, because you kind of, when entering the bus stop in one of those laps, I can't remember which one, but when entering the bus stop, you kind of had a little bit of a wide corner, and then I think
Oh,
a Skull kind of got into you, and that kind of, and Skull was kind of almost forced to the wall. Kind of describe what happened there.
yeah, so the car clipped the curb a little too much, and I thought I was going to go end over end. Back end popped up a lot, but luckily it stayed on all 4. But he got past, but still best case scenario out of that, I would say.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that was a scary moment for you because you were actually you just passed Skull, and then you were pulling away, and then you clipped the rumble strip, and your back end just went flying up in the air. I was like, oh no, hoodlum!
I thought it might have been over.
And you were
but-
kind of hesitant. Throughout the bus stop for definitely a few laps. But once you made up a lot of time on Skull on like lap 20 or something, I think that's when you really started to kind of gain your confidence back.
For sure, for sure.
Yeah, so it was kind of cool to see you outdo all those touring wagons.
I'm glad the Savannah could do it. I'm glad. Yeah, that was good. I stuck in the Savannah all throughout the season. It had its ups and downs for sure, but shout out Raven for making it a little bit more bearable in his last few races.
Absolutely, and he basically nerfed the Dragoon completely out of the series. Nobody even used it anymore. Nobody cared about the Razor either. So, any shout outs you want to make before we move on?
Well, I gotta shout out the wife, Ham. She's in chat right now.
I saw that. Been talking with her during the race.
Yeah, shout out her. Biggest supporter. Everyone else who made it out tonight, good to see them. And shout out you, Phoenix, for hosting. It was a good series that we had going on.
Appreciate it, man. Next thing will be ovals again. So I know you pretty much join us on those too. So we'll probably be interviewing you a couple of times on that.
We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, I'll look forward to that.
Yeah, during the live stream, I mentioned you and Raven being the only 2 Grand Slam champions that PRA has on PC Wreckfest. When we used to do like 11 championships in a season. So,
Oh yeah.
You got 7, he got 7, and they're the only 2s that have done it. And I think I burn everybody out by doing that so much. So it might be the last time we ever have one. So we're looking forward to seeing you in the next series.
Sounds good. I'll be there.
All right, man. Well, I'm going to move you back to race
Congrats,
comms.
Hoodlum.
Congrats
All right, thank
on
you.
your first win of the season.
Thanks.
And now we're going to pull in Michael Boobs.
Hello, how's it going?
How's it going, my friend from down under?
Oh, not bad. It was a tough day.
I just want to get your thoughts on it.
Skull and Fulham were running out of level today.
Yeah, for real. I mean,
Oh my gosh.
we stayed glued to them. We watched you and Racer go back and forth a little bit, but we stayed glued to those 2 on the top for the majority of the race because everybody else was kind of on an island. So, yeah, second place in the points, third place in tonight's race. What's your thoughts?
I'm pretty happy with it. Wish I could be more competitive today, but it is what it is.
Yeah, you have those, don't you?
It's not my best track, even on other games.
Watkins Glen, it's its own beast.
Yeah,
So
you looked like you were having a tough night, especially in qualifying. Ever since qualifying started, it just looked like you were just struggling within every lap.
Yeah, it's just the bus stop was getting me every lap, and then that long sweeping right hand that was always a struggle after the bus stop.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Tough track.
The top two guys were having trouble with it too, if you hadn't noticed.
Oh yeah, no, it's definitely. It doesn't seem like it though. But I'm sure they were.
Oh, Hoodlum hit the rumble strips once, and his back end went flying. We thought it was over for him, and then there at the end, Skull hit the barrier going into the bus stop. So
Yeah, you gotta get so tight to that wall just to get that next corner.
Your strongest corners, in my opinion, were definitely the bus stop because you were making up a lot of time on Skull, especially in the very beginning. But I think kind of once Skull might have seen what you were doing, I think he kind of quickly adapted and he was able to pull away.
Yeah, I lost a little bit of focus. Ran wide on a couple corners. Lost the time with him, and then I was like, damn it.
I mean, it's still impressive. You got second in the points, bud, and I'm proud of you. You got any shout outs you want to make before we move on?
Thanks for hosting. It's always good to come to these events. Congrats to Skull for the championship. And see you next event at the Ovals.
Yep, we'll be doing ovals again. I don't know when that'll be yet. I gotta look at my calendar and all that stuff, but that will be the next series that we run, and it will be an endurance style oval series. So get ready to have your hand hurting by the end of the night.
Ah, it's already hurting now.
Yeah, man.
Just
Well,
practice for the Ovals.
yep,
Yeah,
and we
thanks for hosting
appreciate you
again.
coming. We'll see you next series, and thank you, man.
Thank you.
Great job.
See you.
All right, I'm gonna pull in fourth place. We always got to hear what Racer Chick's got to say. Hello, Racer Chick.
Greetings.
How's
Why
it
am I
going?
here?
Because you finished fourth. I'm gonna interview everybody that's staying.
Okay.
What's your thoughts on tonight's race? Fourth place.
Oh my gosh. I feel really good about it, honestly.
Yeah.
I tried so hard to catch Michael, and there was a few moments where I did, but they're just so fast.
Yeah, they.
Yeah, you did a great job with them.
I tried, man.
Yeah, Hoodlum and Skull were back and forth that entire race, and man, there was a lot of close incidents that could have ended each one of them's race. But
Yeah.
you and Michael stayed pretty clean.
I try. I mean, I don't like to drive like that, so I'm extra careful, which
Yeah, if
people
you
get mad at me for, but
watched the
Yeah,
stream
for
back,
sure.
right, whenever you were you had the opportunity to pass Michael, you chose not to lean on him, and I even made the comments. I'm like, yeah, she's not gonna do that.
no, not with you know what, not with Michael. Maybe if it was like Dig Brick for sure.
Yeah,
Raptor,
Dig Brick or Raptor, yeah,
No,
for sure, or Flash,
uh-oh.
or Flash.
Yes, correct. Yep, the three. Yep.
They were all
You'd probably
behind
do
you.
that to even me too if you had the chance.
Oh yeah. So yeah, so you had a pretty good race, I guess.
Yeah, I think I did. I mean, I ran a 20.9. I haven't even gotten under the 21.5s in all of practice and stuff, so I definitely improved. But I'm happy. I'm not disappointed.
I'm glad you enjoyed yourself. You have any shout outs you want to make before we move on?
Oh, your mom.
Of course. Of course.
You're welcome. I'm here for the lulz. Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Well, appreciate you coming in, which you didn't have a choice. I drug you down here. So
Yeah, that's true. I was forced against my will.
All right. Well, we thank you for participating, and we'll see you in the next series, ovals, because I know you love them so much.
Yeah, man. Yeah. We
Yeah.
love them.
She's gonna
All right.
join you in the booth every week as soon as you start the oval series.
Probably.
Calling it now.
All right.
Oy.
Well, thank you for joining us, and I'll move you back to the race comms, and I'll move on.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And I'm gonna get Digbrick's insights. Mr. Digbrick.
Why am I here? I didn't do
Because-
anything during the race.
Because you finished 5th, and I feel like it. What are your thoughts on the race, dude?
Did you see Flash's flip?
I did not, dude. Is there a video?
See that. Raptor posted it in the official
heck
or
yeah.
the PC cat if you want to watch it. It's
Yep.
pretty funny.
I'm actually I'm going to full screen that. It's going to be on the live stream. This is from Super Raptor's perspective.
Oh
Oh my god! Oh my god!
I just made the stream so much
Dude's
better.
gonna die. Dude's dying.
So did you watch me at all during the race? You probably didn't because I was by myself the whole time.
I would switch to you every now and then and see that you were on an island and be like, all right, well, Digbrick's on an island and move
Yep,
on.
and then just go away. That's what I figured. I'm just like, I'm the least watching.
We're gonna see that one more time from Raptor's perspective.
Yeah, hang on. I gotta see that
Boom.
again.
I can't wait for you to bring Flashbang in here next.
Oh yes,
Yeah, what you two
Did you
do?
see? Oh wait, did you see me finish?
yes, you slammed into the pace car.
Okay,
it's on the
good.
live stream. I was like, he's going
Good.
for the pace car. I was
I like
screaming
you-
it. I was screaming it.
hoping you were. Good. That's the way to do it.
Well, any Digbrick thoughts on the race?
No. Good track. I like the track. The car was nice. It's just that I was slower. Not by much, but I was slower.
Well, man, I hate to break it to you, but the 3 that finished in the podium are some of the fastest on Wreckfest.
Yeah, I'm just slower. Couldn't modify the car anymore. Oh, I will say, driving that car in automatic is nice.
Is it?
Oh yeah, that was all automatic.
Oh, okay.
Just downshift it. It shifts perfect.
Okay. Well, that's good to know.
Yeah.
Boo,
That was-
Digbrick, boo. Racer Chick said boo, Digbrick, boo in the stream chat.
Hey, she hates because she ain't me. It's that simple.
Well, you want to make
Didn't
any
she beat you,
shout
though?
outs?
Nah.
Nah.
Actually, hang on. Shout out Momentum for losing the stream earlier.
Yeah.
How did
I
he
love
lose this?
Momentum.
Twitch team, it was just so laggy. I wish it was just so incredibly laggy. I was like, you know what? I can't do that. Viewers are not gonna have a fun experience going through that, so I just stopped it.
Oh, I didn't even know you weren't
I
streaming
did.
anymore.
Oh no,
I did record. I recorded. I did record it though.
It's we're talking about the TDRL stream.
Oh.
yeah. hmm
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
made a goof. I goofed up.
heard about it. I didn't see it myself.
Um,
But,
I goofed up so bad, but I know
Racer-
for next time though.
Racer just DM'd me and said, I still beat Digbrick, though.
yeah,
Oh my
and
god.
if that's an accomplishment, sure. Whatever makes you feel better.
Suspect gave me a thumbs up for Hoodlum winning. That's his buddy.
Nice.
A.
This Hood one was zero practice.
Yeah, 0 practice and he got
I
the
don't
fastest lap,
understand that.
dude. He is he
That is
is
absolutely insane.
he
What's
is an
funny
alien.
is him and Skull set those laps on the same lap.
Yes, they did
Like,
because they were
funny.
following each other.
Yeah.
They were
On a high
following each other.
119 too.
Yeah.
That was the first time anybody hit 19s all week.
I'm not surprised that Hood basically willed that into existence.
Yeah. Well, all right. I'm going to pull someone down here. Digbrick, you got any final thoughts?
Beamng time.
That's right. We'll see you after this.
Yep.
I moved him back, and we will. The next one in line is Raptor. Raptor, what's up, dude?
Why am I here? What did I do this time?
You sound just like Digbrick, because I pulled him down here, and that was the first thing he said.
That's literally the first thing Rick said. Is
What
like,
did I
"Why am I
do?"
here?" You're in trouble, Raptor.
You
not
literally
again.
are his protege, and you don't even know it.
You literally killed
would I not know it
Flashbang
for-
right in front of us.
Okay, I didn't kill Flashbang. I even posted the goddamn clip, bro. Fucking accusations.
Flashbang, how's it going, dude? I got him in here now.
Oh my!
Yeah, see, fucking, I called it.
So I'm going. Let me see here. Am I still streaming on Discord? I am not.
For being executed for our little stunt.
Fine.
So I'm just gonna get your live reactions to you two, because this was you two involved in this. Let me know when you're watching.
Alright, hang on.
Yeah, I'm watching.
I'm
it.
watching.
All right, I got it on 15 frames because I'm actually streaming on YouTube still.
This is
And
gonna be
then,
good.
boom!
Hey, by the way, that tire barrier is not solid.
Yeah, I see that.
At all.
Just drive through it.
Yeah, I see that.
Put the inside.
I mean, this. Let me pause it right at the perfect
We just
spot.
witnessed a murder.
No, it wasn't a murder. No.
Hold on. Watch this. This unrealistic.
Oh my god.
That. What is that?
Flies.
What is that? You're like 10 feet in the air right here.
Listen,
Raptor, if
you know,
you just wanted him to go to space, you could have just said us.
NASCAR put in those underbodies, and now they're parachutes in the cars. And,
God,
See, it was a little modification.
yeah.
You know, Flash
Somebody said
decided.
put a diffuser on the bottom of it, and it didn't help.
Yeah, no. Flash just really wanted to get into the air.
That has to be. So I wasn't watching this, okay? I was watching
Thank
the
God.
race for the lead, so I didn't catch it on the live stream until now. And but I saw your names shift back and forth like 3 or 4 times, and I told Momentum, I was like, something's going on, and then Momentum's like, yeah, they just crashed in the bus stop. I didn't get it on live stream, so I'm glad.
And I didn't catch it. I just saw that, like when I first, I just saw you two just like both stopped on the bus stop. I was like, uh-oh, something happened.
Look at this, dude. That right there, right there is just hilarious. That thing just takes off. Oh my gosh!
I've never seen that before.
It's a damn murder.
Murder. It wasn't a murder. I'm calling it a
I
goddamn
just want-
murder.
Look off half
We
his
s-
freaking head off.
We spent so long just staring at each other after that for the whole rest of the race. I think like I passed him again, and then he wouldn't leave my bumper, and I screw up, and he passes me back. Like that was the rest of our race, is us two in no man's land.
Mm-hmm.
That should have been a caution.
That's
I mean,
exactly
yes,
what I was
but we
thinking.
also put in the rules local cautions, and there was nobody.
Just use that right there in real life would have been a full course
Oh, yeah.
caution.
That would have been a full-on yellow.
It would have been a red flag, and someone's bringing out the black cover for my damn car.
One more
I
time.
didn't hit a safer barrier. I hit steel.
Whoa! Oh my gosh! The way it just flips backwards like that is just hilarious. Oh man, I'm so thankful that Digbrick told us about that when I just interviewed him.
I flipped the inside wall.
So
wasn't a murder.
I got you both down here for the final 2 in the interview. What's your thoughts on the race? I mean, you two basically couldn't get away from each other, so I'm sure you enjoyed racing each other.
At least it was
funny
better
harassing
than
them.
Dick Brick. Like Dick Brick
Yes.
was nowhere near anybody for 25 laps, and
I
I felt
know.
bad.
Yeah, he was on an
that
island.
Was good. where he belongs. Stay on the island. But yeah,
At
no,
least I had someone to chase, and occasionally Raptor would chase me. At least it was fun.
yeah.
I don't know if I would have done it 25 laps on my own in the middle of nowhere. I don't know if I could have finished that.
Yeah, no, I was by about like maybe lap. I don't know what lap it was before all that death, but I was like, I am not able to hit any of these turns. Maybe I just park it. I was considering because I was not having a great time there. Just could not figure out the track. And then Flashbang flew away.
He did.
Yeah.
And then it's like, well, at least I got somebody to race against.
Yeah, it was great. This was fun. This is
Oh,
one
yeah.
of the more fun tracks.
So next series we're doing is ovals. I know all of you are going to probably be participating.
Is it
Oh,
the
yeah.
standard ending?
Go.
We're doing the standard ending
The standard ending.
to every other oval series we've done.
Bristol.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Please.
Let's go.
There we go.
Yes.
So
Raptor, we
let's
don't
go.
suck.
We will actually be able to be competitive.
so the format I'm looking at, you guys know that I don't like playoff systems, but I'm okay with the stage racing. And you know that in Wreckfest, 60 laps is the max for a track.
Yes.
And I want to do an endurance series for the stock cars, whatever cars we choose, whether it's the late models or Ravens or something. I might just do a single car this time, so everybody's in the same car, because ovals are really hard to match cars up on, honestly.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so what I was thinking is the first segment would be like 20 laps, and you would get points for the finish of the first segment. Second segment would be 40 laps, and then the final segment would be 60. And there would be more points for each segment.
Controller. Oh.
So that's how. And I was talking to whoever it was I was just talking to earlier, and I think it was Michael. And make your hand hurt after the end of the race.
Yeah.
Invest in Wiimote.
So as we sign off tonight on PRA Network 2, I got Flashbang, one of the board of directors here. You got anything you want to shout out on YouTube for PRA Network 2?
The NR 2003 League is now going weekly. iRacing is going to be kicking off again here soon. A couple other seasons. Other than that, we're fun to race with, and we fly into the air occasionally.
Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate you.
Live murders.
Yes.
I appreciate everybody participating. Thank you for coming. Thank you for an awesome season. This was probably one of the more fun seasons we've done in recent history here at PRA. For me, because I'm not having to do point standings for 6 different races a night. It's pretty nice just doing one and being done with it. So this will be a new normal, I think.
I'm with it.
All right. Well,
As long as I can race.
Momentum.
Oh,
Is there anything
fun.
you want to say before we sign off, bud?
Glad to be here. A shame that I missed last week's event. Happy that we thankful for everyone joining out and being a part of the series. Been a lot of fun. Can't wait for the oval.
Absolutely. And Raptor, you got anything you want to say before we sign off?
Dig Brick is a bitch.
My God! Oh my God! I can't wait to tell him that after this is over. I can't wait. Oh God!
YouTube strike, here we come.
That was
God.
that
Somebody had to say
timestamp.
it.
That timestamp was
That was such a beautiful ending.
like 1 hour 53 minutes was at the timestamp of that. So
had to be done.
Racer Chick puts in the chat, "Amen." Oh, I'm gonna pin that.
Damn.
I just
There he is. Oh
pinned-
shit.
What?
You're a bitch. What?
I'm just
Sign
pulling
off.
everybody
we all
in here.
get in trouble.
Let me spit
We're still
before
live
you.
on YouTube, so be careful.
Why'd you
Oh.
pull me down here?
Because everybody else was down here, so I just went ahead and pulled you here too. We're signing
Sign
off.
up before we get in trouble.
And this
Bye,
is
YouTube.
Phoenix and Flashbang, Momentum, Dick Brick, Racer Chick, and Super
All the
Raptor.
bitches.
The
PRA
bitches.
Network 2. This was PRA PC Wreckfest Endurance Series, first season ever. Congratulations to Skull Yell one more time for his first championship in PRA in his first ever season in PRA. And thank you all for coming. See you next time in the Oval Series.